Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Explainer. Today we are unraveling a cosmic mystery straight out of the Bhagwad Geeta, and honestly, it completely shatters our standard understanding of reality. I mean, just imagine being shown the foundational blueprint of the entire universe, or actually, multiple overlapping universes. That's exactly what happened to the legendary warrior Arjuna. So let's see how this mind-blowing architecture actually comes together.
Okay, let's dive into this. In Chapter 11, Sloka 13 of the Gita, we're hit with this absolutely staggering paradox. It says Arjuna could see the complete universe variously divided and situated in one place within the universal form. Just pause for a second and think about the sheer scale of that. He's looking at the complete universe, split into countless different parts and realms, yet it is all packed into one single localized place. How does the human mind even begin to process that kind of imagery?
And that brings us to a really massive question. How can multiple universes exist in exactly one place? It sounds like something straight out of modern quantum physics or string theory, right? But the crazy thing is, this ancient text provides an incredibly structured, logical answer. To understand how this seemingly impossible vision is actually a reality, we kind of have to completely rethink how we define the whole concept of space. Well, the answer actually comes down to the number 3. According to ancient philosophical frameworks, like the Yoga Vasista, for example, reality isn't just one big empty three-dimensional box that physical objects float around in. Not at all. Instead, reality is built on 3 deeply interconnected but totally distinct layers or spaces. These are known as the akashas. And once you grasp the nature of these 3 layers, Arjuna's mind-bending vision suddenly starts to make perfect sense.
Let's start with the most obvious one, the one you and I are literally sitting in right now, Bhutakash. This is the physical space. This is our baseline, the tangible reality that we navigate every single day using our 5 senses. When you look out your window, when you tap the desk in front of you, or when you stare up at the night sky, you are operating strictly within the realm of Bhutakash.
To be specific, Bhutakash contains everything we can physically observe. The stars, the moon, people, birds, animals, the whole physical shebang. But here is the truly fascinating part. In this physical space, the main drivers, the underlying operating system, if you will, are time and karma. Action and consequence, moving sequentially. Time and karma act as the ultimate simulators of this entire physical environment. They are the strict rules of the game in Bhutakash.
Let's move to and see how this builds, stepping out of the physical out there and into the mental in here. Welcome to the second space, Chittakash, which you'll also hear referred to as Manokash. This is the space of the mind. It's entirely separate from our physical dimensions, yet it is every bit as vast and honestly, functionally vaster than the physical universe we just talked about.
In Chittakash, the standard physical laws like gravity and linear time, those don't apply here. This is the realm that holds all of our internal, subtle experiences. Our imagination just roams completely free in this space. When you go to sleep and have a super vivid dream, or when you enter a really deep state of meditation, you are actually actively navigating Chittakash. It's the canvas for subtle feelings and even divine visions. So it's a highly active space, it's just not a physical one.
And this brilliantly illustrates a really clear divide. In the physical realm of Bhutakash on the left, we're governed by the rigid, unbreakable laws of time and karma. But in the mind space of Chittakash on the right, we're governed by imagination, sleep, and subtle perception. And if you think about it, most of us spend our entire lives just bouncing back and forth between these 2 spaces, the physical waking world and the mental sleeping or dreaming world. But there is a third layer to this cosmic architecture.
Which brings us to the ultimate highest layer of reality, Chittakash. This is the space of pure consciousness. Here, we've elevated completely beyond the physical body and entirely beyond the active imagining mind. Chittakash is the foundational space that allows the other 2 to even exist in the first place. You can think of it like the underlying blank screen upon which the movies of the physical world and the mind are projected.
So the crucial point is that Chittakash transcends all physical constraints and mental boundaries entirely. It is beyond time. It is beyond your ego. It is totally beyond your thoughts. When you strip away the physical environment and you quiet every single little ripple of mental activity and imagination, what is actually left? Pure, unadulterated consciousness. That is Chittakash.
Okay, so we have our 3 spaces cleanly defined. But how does this actually explain Arjuna's vision? Seeing multiple divided universes all situated in one place? Well, in these ancient texts, the cosmos is divided into 14 distinct realms, or lokas, ranging from the highest, most subtle heavens all the way down to the lowest physical netherworlds. At first glance, 14 realms sounds like chaotic cosmology, right? But let's look at the grand synthesis. Watch what happens when we plug these 14 lokas into our super clean 3-space framework.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how perfectly everything maps out. Look at the bottom. The 5th to the 14th lokas, from our earthly realm, Bu, all the way down through the lower realms to Patal, those fit neatly inside Bhutakash, the physical space. Moving up a level, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th lokas, Tapaloka, Janaloka, Maharloka. These belong to Chittakash, the subtle space of the mind. And finally, sitting right at the very pinnacle is the 1st loka, Satyaloka. This maps directly to Chittakash, the space of pure consciousness. All 14 universes are basically just different frequency layers operating within these 3 fundamental overlapping spaces.
And this brings the entire narrative full circle, right back to Arjuna. You see, ordinary human sight is strictly tuned to the physical Bhutakash. We literally don't have the hardware built in to see the spaces of mind and consciousness floating right here alongside us. And this is exactly why the text specifies that Arjuna required special divine eyes. He needed a profound perceptual upgrade to be able to witness all 3 spaces, and thereby all 14 lokas, simultaneously overlapping in exactly one place within the universal form.
It really completely changes how you look at the seemingly empty air around you right now, doesn't it? Arjuna needed divine eyes to see all 3 spaces at once, which brings me to a final question for you. Which space are you living in right now? Are you entirely caught up in the physical grind of Bhutakash? Are you lost in the daydreams and subtle feelings of your Chittakash? Or are you cultivating an awareness of that underlying pure consciousness, Chittakash? Take some time today to explore your own perception and see where you truly reside. Thanks for exploring the cosmos with me today, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.